Hey fam, it's your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I'm here today with another pick a card reading. And for today's reading, we are going to be asking, how do they feel about the breakup? So, this is a love focused reading. If you broke up with somebody or somebody broke up with you, or you're not friends with somebody anymore, we're just going to ask, how do they feel about the breakup of this relationship? So I have three different options in front of me, three different piles. I have pile one, which is the Cosmic Tarot deck with the Pyrite Crystal. Pile two, which is the Neo Tarot deck with the Amethyst Crystal. And then pile three, which is the Essential Tarot deck with the Citrine Crystal. So you can go ahead and take a second, pause the video, choose one pile, two piles, or even all three. It's really up to you. And what you'll do is you'll go to the description box, look at the timestamps, and click the timestamp that coincides with the pile that you chose for yourself. So I hope everyone is doing well, and I will see you at your pile. All right, my pile one people. Pile one people. If you chose the Cosmic Tarot deck with the Pyrite Crystal, I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading now. Like I said, I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is having a blessed day. And we just gonna be reading, like, how do they feel about the breakup of y'all's relationship? So just before we get started, make sure you check out all of the information in the description box. If you would like a personal or private reading from me, the information is there. If you would like to donate to my channel, monetary donations, or even a tarot deck or oracle deck that you would like for me to use, that information is there as well. And last but not least, if you would like to check out my new line of 3D and hand painted press on nails, gel press on nails, then definitely make sure that you check out Baby Nail Girl. The link is within the description. And yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. I have some oracle decks over here that I'm going to be using in addition to the tarot. So yeah, let's go. How does this person on your mind, how do they feel about the breakup of y'all's relationship? How do they feel about that breakup? So we have the Ten of Cups that came out. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords, the High Priestess. Let's just go ahead and get two more cards to balance out the spread. We have the Sun. And we have the Justice card. We have the Justice card. So I feel like this person, in a sense, well, it's kind of sad to say, but I feel like it is what it is. Because I don't know the details of the relationship that you've had, like all of the ongoings and things that have been happening. But I could definitely tell you that with this relationship being over, it seems as though this was something that needed to end. I feel like if you or this other person didn't end this relationship, I feel like the universe was going to end it anyway. I feel like there was too much. I kind of feel like it was too much stress, but not even just, but it was more so, and there was a lot of like cutting words that might have happened. So you and this person could have potentially been arguing a lot, or just not seeing things eye to eye, or there were a lot of lies or things like just deceptive things that were said or done in order to cause harm to the other person. So I really do feel like this relationship ending was just kind of like a separation that was forced to happen, and it was best that it happened. I feel like if it didn't end, that things would have been very detrimental. So I feel like this person, in a sense, feels a relief from the relationship ending. Like they feel a relief. It might have just been too stressful, too many lies, too much deception, too much like just negative things being potentially being done to the other person. Um, done to the other person and whatnot. So with the Emperor, even though the Emperor is upright, I reset my cards. It seems as though within this relationship there could have been some type of there could have been like someone or even both who could have tried to assert some type of dominance within this connection. Like two people trying to play the same role. So I'm not sure how y'all feel about, within a, understanding that within a balanced connection, there are going to be masculine and feminine energies and they must complement each other. But I feel like if there's too much of, yang energy when there needs to also be yin, then I feel like things become a little off balance. So it seems like there was control within this relationship, either one person who wanted to assert some type of dominance over the whole thing, or it could have been two people trying to play the same position. So I just feel like play the same position, right? So I just feel as though it was too much. It was too much masculine energy here. And oftentimes when it's too much masculine energy, there doesn't really leave any room for people to be receptive or to be submissive or to kind of be creative. It's just a lot of masculine energy here, which is, it could be dominance. It could be, one person, like a whole bunch of talking and no listening, no understanding, so it just seems as though the breakup was something that I feel like the universe was going to make happen if one or the both of y'all wouldn't have done it yourself. So it seems like this person, they were a little hard on themselves. I feel like how they feel about it is initially they I feel like this person feels it's some kind of relief here because I feel like they can move on and potentially find happiness elsewhere. I also feel like they feel as though the work that they put in was for nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what did it do at the end of the day? Because when you see the Seven of Pentacles card, it's all about like sowing seeds for a harvest, or like you're contemplating about something, you're putting in effort, you're putting in work, but it seems like everything in a sense was kind of destroyed. It was kind of destroyed. So I feel as though there is some type of relief, but there's still like a regret, like this person feeling like maybe there was something else that they could have done to instill more, positivity and optimism into this connection. Maybe there was something else that they could have done. Like they could have maybe tried a different approach, or try to, uh, I'm saying, like try to spend time with you, or try to, go out with you a little bit more, or just to be a lot much more friendly. It just seems as though like there wasn't a real connection within y'all's relationship, like friends, like actually like I care about you, you're my friend, I want to see you do better. It just seems like it was really destructive. So this person might be feeling some type of relief from that type of like destructive energy, and they could have been the ones who perpetuated the downfall of this connection. So maybe it was that the relief is coming from this person's ability to self-sabotage and to end things, but it seemed like this person wanted to end things anyway. And so I feel like the universe just was like, it's too much going on here, so let's just make the executive decision to end things here, because where's it going? So there could have been an absence of camaraderie between the both of y'all. Like y'all weren't actually friends at a certain point. You didn't really enjoy each other's company. So I really feel like this person might have a little bit of regret, like thinking like maybe they should have put more effort into doing things with you, maybe going out with you, celebrating with you, caring about you a little bit much more, being a little more I forgot the word. The word was on my mind, but just being a lot much more nicer to you and actually developing more of a friendship with you. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though this person has some type of regrets, like they wish they could have done that. And could have been a lot much more optimistic or happy within this connection, you know, as opposed to pessimistic. So it seemed like this person could have self-sabotaged the connection and allowed things to kind of go down because of their own personal effort, you know, not really doing things that were optimistic and actually helped to, you know, advance and push the connection forward. For some of y'all could have, they could feel bad because y'all lost a spark. So there could have been an initial spark. For some of y'all could have actually had a child with this person and had experienced some type of loss within this connection. But I feel like for the majority of people, it could just be that this person feels bad, like that there just was a missing spark. Like no matter what they thought they could have done, you know, it did not work out. But I do think that they wish they could have done more. Especially here we have with the Eight of Cups. I definitely do feel like this person might be feeling as though they can get, you know, their happiness elsewhere. I feel like they definitely do experience regret within y'all's connection, but there was a moving forward energy. So I think that, you know, one or the both of y'all could have, you know, felt like, well, I can get my happiness somewhere else, you know, especially with this person. They could have thought, you know, well, I can, you know, just move on. So they could have been idealizing things, maybe thinking that the grass was greener on the other side. For y'all, I feel like you were caught off guard with this person or even with this information. Maybe this person is someone who's very secretive, who won't really tell you what they're thinking. They might be a little mysterious, but I feel like, even for you, you could have known, like, you know what I'm saying? You knew that, you know, this connection was not going to, you know, really progress really far, with there being just an absence of just goodness, an absence of just niceness isn't a word, but it's just like just being nice and being friendly. It just was an absence of that. So within this relationship, maybe y'all were never really friends to begin with. I'm not 100% sure. I'll keep looking into that. Maybe y'all were never really friends to begin with, of whatnot. But it just seems as though like there was a lack of, you know, happiness within this connection. And that's kind of why things went down. I think this person might not have really spent too much time trying to water the connection, like I said. So there could definitely be some type of regrets about that. Regrets about feeling like the grass was greener on the other side. And now they're just kind of left looking at, you know, how torn things are. You know what I'm saying? They're left looking at like, dang, like, is this connection really irreparable? Isn't that the word? Irreparable? Irreparable? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, they can't repair this connection. They just can't. They can't. I really, for some of y'all, I feel like there's no coming back with this person. I just think it's no coming back. It's too much dealing with this person. But anyway, for the most part, how they feel about this as well is I feel like they're trying to go inward and just trying to regain a sense of equilibrium. So I think that this connection could have really tested and challenged this person. Like I said, both of y'all could have had very strong, you know, masculine energy, and there wasn't really a room for any type of understanding or just anybody to kind of slow the pace down and just be like, you know, let's, you know, look at let's look at this from a different angle, or not feel like, not feeling like it has to be perceived in this one way, you know what I'm trying to say? Or also just like a sense of an overwhelming sense of control and trying to control and direct things. But yeah, I feel like the universe was like, this is too much. And I do think that if this relationship could have kept going on past its expiration date, then it could have been, you know, very detrimental. So it seemed like it was borderlining on maybe some verbal abuse. You know, like I said, people saying things, people doing things that were obviously harmful and hurtful to the other person. So there was just an absence of love and just friend. Like, you know, when you're somebody's friend, it's like you're going to be good to that person. But oftentimes when people get into relationships, they forget that it's not just about, you know, the love aspect. It's about the friend aspect of it too, because then you can develop a sense of care and really get to know somebody. But I do feel as though, like I said, this person is just experiencing some type of regrets, thinking that they could have done things differently, but they also experience relief as well. So I just think it's one of those things where the connection was sabotaged. And I honestly, when people, you know, some people, they like drama and they like toxicity. And when things are sabotaged, they feel relief because now they can, you know, I'm trying to say, go do something else. But I do feel as though this person does feel regret. And I think that they oftentimes think about this connection and what they could have done differently. And I also think that this person had tried to move on, thinking that they could move on to find happiness elsewhere. But I think that they're still sitting in this energy. So they know they have to move on, but I don't know if they know how to. I think they're still looking back on this connection like they still kind of there. So if you still think about this person, it's like this person is obviously still around. They have not yet moved on. But you know, something that they don't know is essentially like they have no other option to, because they must gain some type of, you know, stability within themselves if they still want to give themselves a chance of experiencing actual 10 of cups. But for some of y'all, I feel like this person is kind of really selfish. So they, or could be full of themselves. That's what it is, full of themselves. So it's like, as much as you think that you could be in a relationship with and love this person, it would be mutual. I think it's really kind of all about them. You know, it's all about them. But also how they feel about this connection. We have the star card here. So I feel like even though this connection has ended, that they still have some type of, you know, wishful thinking or hope that this connection could, you know, come back together. But with that 10 of swords, I just feel like I don't think it's a high possibility that it will. But the fact that they're literally still there is kind of telling me that they still want it to come back. They want y'all to reconcile. But I'm not sure. But they do have faith and they do have hope that, you know, it can it can improve and it can get better. They definitely do. They definitely do. But yeah, I want to move on to use these oracle decks right here because I know these readings can get to be very, very long. So let's just pull some cards from the truth deck and get some other messages and see how else they feel about this connection. You are not being heard. So yeah, I definitely think that two different messages. I feel like this person could be understanding that maybe the sense of control and dominance that they had wasn't really helpful for, you know, for you, as far as you feeling like you were heard. Because I'm like, it was a whole bunch of talking and it wasn't really any receptivity, listening, understanding, and acceptance. So it could be that this person is now understanding that, like, you know, of all the things that you could have potentially said to stand up for yourself, to bring this connection into balance, or even things that you may have been saying, you know, and you being guided by your intuition and you're just saying things and, you know, they know that you were right, but you know, they didn't listen to you. So this is just confirmation, like, yeah, you were not being heard, but I feel like this person is understanding that as well. And on the other flip side of it, I think that, you know, for you, how they feel about even this connection is like they're not being heard, or they won't be heard, or you will not want to listen to them. Because it's like, if you go through mad verbal abuse, it's like, why would you want to even listen to that person? It's like you kind of lose respect for that person anyway. So yeah, that's how they feel about the breakup. So they could be acknowledging the fact that they didn't listen to you, and they weren't, I guess, diplomatic. That's the word I'm trying to say, or compromising, you know, because when people compromise, it just adds even more to the friendliness, where it's not, where it's just like, you know what, I can compromise and be diplomatic with you. You know what I'm saying? So we have short-term results. So how else they feel is maybe they feel as though with this connection, not with this connection ending, is they potentially feel as though, and especially here with this 8 of Cups card, it's like with them, the 8 of Cups signifies like moving forward, like, you know, going to find the missing puzzle piece. but it seems as though this person is like still kind of sulking, maybe still disappointed. It's given more so of like a 5 of Cups vibe, where it's just like you're disappointed, you're still kind of focused on what did not work, and you're not seeing the silver lining in it. So I really feel like this person could potentially just be focused on what they could potentially do to help bring this connection back together, because they still have faith and they still have hope. But do I think it's going to be something that's long term? I don't know. Especially if they haven't learned their lesson. And it's funny because it said learn through this, learn through this, and I just said learn their lesson. So that's actually funny. Well, it's not a coincidence. It's a confirmation. So for the most part, learn through this. I just feel like this could definitely be a learning experience for this person. And I feel like it is, because they're still sitting there and they're still thinking about what they could have potentially done better for this connection. What they could have done better, maybe even to prevent this breakup. So I do think that this is a learning lesson for this person. So yeah, let's move on to, y'all, I forgot what this deck is. I think it's the energy. Yes, the energy oracle deck. So let's move on to the energy oracle deck, because this deck is supposed to symbolize present energies, and this is how do they presently feel. So let's see if we can get anything from here, and then we'll move on. This one didn't want to go back in. Angel of Balance. Angel of Balance. So that balance definitely came up here too with the Temperance card. So I really feel like if they're learning any lessons through this, is like they might be learning how to temper their sense of control and dominance, and understand that, like, in order to have a balanced connection with someone, it's like you can't be domineering like that, or it can't just be your way or the highway. Or if someone doesn't do what you want them to do, now you're depriving them of now you're depriving them of the ability to get along with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when somebody start all that rah-rah talk, is like they're in a sense burning a bridge without even really thinking about it, because it's like, who's gonna want to sit with you and talk to you if you're being mean in this way? You know what I'm trying to say? So there could have been a lot of threats to break up anyway, or a lot of threats to end this, or there could have been a lot of disagreements that's like, are we breaking up right now? Like, what is this? Like, are we actually breaking up? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm trying to say? So that's kind of like that energy and vibe. I feel like they're understanding that, like, you have to have a balanced connection with someone if you want something to work. It can't be too one-sided. Let's see. Let's get another card. We also have the 4th chakra, Archangel Michael. So I'm sorry, y'all, give me 1 second. All right. Y'all know me. I had to sit here and count my chakras. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Clearly it's green, right? It's the sacral chakra. Clearly. Like, or I'm sorry, the heart chakra. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. But yeah, for the most part, I can definitely say that this person could definitely, I mean, this is a love reading. So with them having to learn through this, I guess it's really causing them to have to look within to see what wounds that were inside of them what's the word? That contributed. Y'all, I'm tripping. That contributed to the demise of this relationship. So they definitely have to look within and, figure out what those wounds are, maybe attached to their own sense of control, or maybe their own sense of dependence, because it seems like with this relationship, whenever I see the 10 of Swords, I always think dead and gone. With this relationship being gone, and the fact that they thought they could find happiness elsewhere, but then understanding that they can't, there's some type of inability to at this present moment, is like they really have to sit within themselves and understand why they do what they do and try to figure out how they can do better moving forward. So this person is definitely learning a lot of that. Well, I can't say they learning a lot of lessons, but I can definitely say that there's enough within this case study right here for them to understand their own patterns and behaviors. But of course, it's up to their own free will to learn those lessons and to do better. So they're definitely having to get within their heart space and to completely focus on that and understand how they can, bring things into balance and actually have better relationships with people. Now, I wanted to get a message from their higher self with these love oracle cards. These are the heart-shaped cards. Sometimes they're a little difficult to shuffle, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best and see. This card jumped out. It says passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So it could be that this person still has a lot of passion towards you. They might definitely see you as being very magnetic and very seductive. So that's potentially why they haven't yet moved on. Like if you still feel this person in your energy, if you run into them, you see their name, you run into their friends, they're in your dreams, they're like, what else? What else do these people do? Because they really will try to connect with you telepathically. Like if they know that you're a psychic, they really will be doing that. Like, or if they know that you mad spiritual, they will be doing that. Like, because that's happened to me. So I'm telling y'all what has happened. So it's just like, for the most part, yeah, so this could be why they're still very much pulled to you. This could be why they're still very much in your energy. And I'm going to go ahead and get one more card. Sorry, y'all. I'm just gonna take the two that came out like, I'm just gonna take these two. It says life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. So this is what this person's higher self is saying to you. But I also feel like because this person has tried to keep things so controlled to the point where it didn't allow the goodness and the friendship and the, just all of that great, the great relationship that y'all could have had. They didn't just allow that to flow. They kind of wanted to control things and keep things contained. I really do feel like this is kind of just them giving you advice and just being like, don't you resist change. Just because this person couldn't resist change or, couldn't, enrich the connection like they should have, and this connection wasn't enriched, that does not mean that you can't go with the flow. So you definitely could have been, this person could have tried to control, like I said, control and dominate you, so that you were kind of only doing things that they specifically would have liked you to do, if that makes sense. But the universe knew that you couldn't and they couldn't continue to perpetuate this type of cycle, because it wasn't going to allow the relationship to actually grow. It was just going to stagnate it. Now we have another one. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So even though this person is having a hard time moving on, it's like they higher self just really wants you to understand that there's new opportunities and possibilities for you. Like you don't have to hold yourself back just because it did not work out in this relationship with this person. You don't have to to be like them. If that's what they're saying. It's like you still have a chance in life to, to go see what's out there for you. So I have the surrender cards here. I'm just going to get a surrender card to help you surrender and let go of this connection if that's what you choose. I mean, obviously this person still thinks that it's faith and hope within this connection, even though it's not here anymore. But it's really up to you and your free will with what you want to do. I just highly encourage, but I don't really be trying to tell people what to do, if that makes sense. This one wants to come out. Y'all, I'm done. Surrender your desire to control people. Surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So, yeah, I mean, and honestly, this is some nice advice to this person as well. This could be a lesson that they could learn to help, get through this situation. But I also had channeled earlier that there was control on both sides. Like y'all both were trying to have this type of energy, and it was not going to work that way. You know what I'm trying to say? Not to say that one person has to be dominating over the other person, but y'all both have a very strong type of energy, and there wasn't really too much room for understanding, receptivity, awareness, you know what I'm trying to say, introspection, and whatnot. So it's kind of one of those things. It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, who started this first? But I definitely see that this person has a lot of regrets with the way that the relationship has ended. Well, even things that led up to his demise, and they wish they could have done things differently. They could have watered the ground a lot much more. So it could have just been one of those things where their toxic behaviors brought out a certain type of toxicity within you, which the universe was just like, nope, this connection has to end today. Like, it has to end today. For some of y'all, this person could have even went to jail, and that's probably what ended it. You know what I'm trying to say? Or had some type of legal trouble, and now they not around, and that kind of ended the connection. But that could be very specific. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day with the Pile 1. My Pile 1 people, definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. All right. My pile 2 people, if you chose the Neo Tarot deck with the amethyst crystal, I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading. Make sure you check out all of the information in the description box. If you would like to get a private personal reading, that information is there. If you would like to send any monetary or donations, tarot decks, oracle decks, like, I definitely would be so happy and so grateful to use them on this channel, just to help the channel grow. And last but not least, definitely make sure you check out my new line of hand painted and 3D gel press on nails at my Etsy store, so y'all can see what I do with my time other than doing readings. Okay, but pile 2 people, let's go ahead and get started. How does this person feel about the breakup between the two of y'all? How do they feel? How do they feel? So the 2 of Swords came out first, and then we also have the Knight of Wands. I'm gonna keep pulling some cards though before I read, just so I don't just start jumping to conclusions. Right? Yeah, it's just confusing energy with this person. It's like, it's confusing energy. It's like, on one hand, this person wants to, come towards you, wants to be mad passionate, wants to be mad, mad. They want to be passionate. They want to be very charismatic. And then on the other hand, it's like they're just stuck and stagnant, and they don't really know what to do, or if they should even come towards you at all. Oh yeah, this person, they sad. They're sad. They're sad, but they still have hope. All right, let's go. So for the most part, yeah, so I feel like there really isn't too much communication between the both of y'all, especially with this being a breakup. But you know how some people break up, but they still be talking to that person on that, oh, let's be friends, like, just to still have access to that person. Yeah, I feel like y'all don't really talk, and I do think it's because of maybe this. I think you don't talk to this person because it's too confusion. It's too confusion, right? It's too much confusion. It's too confusing. And I think that the person who is putting confusion into this connection is this person. This is how they viewing it. This is how they feel. They're confused. Like, they don't know if they should, like I said, come towards you, if they should approach you and be like really charismatic, or I'm sure y'all, I was about to say, I'm sure you've had some, intimacy with this person, sexual, intimacy. Y'all have exchanged sexual energy. I feel like this person would like to get that old thing back, but I also feel like that's something that they really miss, especially if y'all were very, connected sexually. So that's what they feel. They're definitely experiencing a loss of that side of y'all's connection. So that's why I feel like sometimes this person wants to come towards you with that type of energy. They want to lead with that. And on the end, they would try to come towards you with the actual solid and steady offer of a substantial relationship. But I also think on the other side of this, on the flip side, this person is very confused and they don't really know where to go. There's a lot of limiting beliefs that they are experiencing, like self-limiting beliefs. So they could be telling themselves like, well, this person doesn't want to talk to me anyway. Like, why would she want to have anything to do with me? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't have anything to give. Why would they want to have anything to do with me? So it's just like on one end, it's like they want to try to come back and approach you in a charismatic manner and lead with their sexuality, because I feel like you all have had those intimate moments between the both of y'all. But then on the other end, it's like they feel like they're in despair, and they feel like they're stuck, and they don't have the mental wherewithal. Okay, wherewithal. They don't have the mental capability to talk themselves up to be able to come to you and do something. So there really is no action that they're taking. There really is no action. Ideally, I think that they would like to rush in and just be impulsive. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like they would want to rush into you and be impulsive, but I also feel as though, with there being no communication, no contact, they don't really know how to approach you. So it seems like this is someone who would like to reconcile with you, especially because we have oh, I kept thinking this was the star card. But yeah, it definitely does change the trajectory of this reading. I can say that. But I kept thinking this was the star card, and it just made me feel like this person has some type of faith or hope within the connection, maybe becoming something even more substantial, even though it's ended. But also with this Hermit card, I feel like this person has put themselves, well, clearly there's cards that signify like alone, no communication. So I do think that this person is recluse. And I feel like they want to be recluse so that they can think about how to approach you. But as far as like them saying anything to you, I don't know, because this person is kind of a defeatist anyway. So they're really a defeatist. If the relationship ended, it could have been because this person was a defeatist. They're not optimistic, and they assume the worst. They assume the worst, which is why the worst has been manifested within their life, which is why they are alone. They are alone because they assumed the worst, they manifested the worst, and now they don't have you, and now they're just disappointed. They feel abandoned. They feel on the outside. And I think because they feel so far to the left of just like abandonment, that this person would make a drastic, change and go all the way to the other extreme, which may not work either. So it's just with the Page of Swords, it's just kind of giving me the energy of someone who is just inexperienced in relationships. So that could be why your relationship just did not work out. There could have been some type of inexperience here, or just someone, yeah, it could have been some type of inexperience here. But I'm also getting like someone who was very loose with their sexual energy as well. So that could have definitely contributed to the end of the connection. Just someone very loose, someone potentially being at the prime of their, being at their prime. And so their energy was misdirected. So it could have been a lot of misdirected sexual energy, but, and that could have even been cheating. You feel me? Yeah, somebody got their heart broke, so it definitely could have been some cheating. So it seems as though this person definitely just does not, they don't even know what step to take. They want to take steps back to you. They would like to reconcile with you, but they don't even know which steps to take. Like, they have such a defeatist and self-limited mindset that I don't ever think that the reconciliation would happen. Like, I don't think so. So yeah, this person, they feel very, they feel heartbroken over the demise of this relationship. They do feel hurt. It is something that they're experiencing the pain of doing that. And I feel like this person has an issue with keeping themselves stuck with that self-limiting, you know, self-limiting behaviors that they do, keeping themselves in a certain place, knowing that they could move on. So I feel like it's just contributing to this person's emotional state, and it's manifesting itself into their life. So they could, in addition to this relationship ending, they could actually be losing other things. Like, they could be losing money. They could have lost their home. They could have lost their car. They could have, lost other important people in their life. They could have experienced some type of loss because they made certain choices and decisions, and now they really don't know what to do to fix it and whatnot. So I'm gonna get, oh, this card wanted to come out. Two of them wanted to come out. We have the Four of Pentacles, and then we also have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like how they feel about this connection is I think that they feel like they could have, like, this is imperatively speaking, I feel like they feel like as if they could have, been more empowered. So if this was someone who was loose with their sexual energy, y'all know what I'm trying to say, if they were for the streets, I feel like they wish that they would have been a little more is the word chaste? Like, is that the word? Yeah, I'm really just saying words. Like, they feel like they wish they could have been a little more in control, a little more empowered, a little more like they could have been a little bit much more controlled with that energy. They wish they didn't really, give things out. They wish they would have kept a lot more to themselves. If this person was also very impulsive with their spending habits, they probably wish they would have made, smarter financial decisions, which is why they're losing things. They just wish they would have been a little more controlled. So this could be someone who potentially had no boundaries with themselves. And so they really didn't understand boundaries with you. And respecting the connection. So I think they wish they could have been a little more, withholding, as opposed to just kind of giving things out everywhere. I also think that this person, how they feel about this connection, I feel like it could potentially be a learning lesson for them, but for them to, start over, and to start over with a lot much more knowledge and experience. So I really do think that this person is regretting, of course, things that they wish they could have done to enrich the connection that they did not do. And so now they're kind of in a position to where they're just kind of thinking about how to approach you or trying to reconcile this connection. But honestly, I just think that there's so much loss that this person has experienced that I don't know if they ever will come out of this energy of stagnancy to even want to reconcile with you. Like, if you wanted to reconcile with this person, that's really on you. It's up to you and your free will. But I do see a lot of, especially with this Seven of Swords, like I said, deception, cheating, like it's just is so much hurt. Like, this person has done too much. Like, they did the most. They did the most for this connection. So I feel like this person, they're going to be stuck and stagnant because they have to confront the lying and the deception, the deceptive ways, like the just getting what they wanted type of energy, leading with that sexual energy, leading with that charisma. They did go after what they wanted. They wanted you. But yo, what popped up, in that song Donk by Soulja Boy, where he be like, I want her, her. It's like, that's that energy that this person kind of had. It's like they wanted this person and that person and this person and that person. Now they kind of regretting that they should have, been a little bit much more withholding with their energy, especially with other energies and people. And they wish they could have, they could be able to start over because now they know better. But yeah, it's regret in this deck too. It's regrets in this deck too. But like I said, I don't know if they ever going to bring themselves out of this energy, because I think they've acknowledged that they've done too much. They've done too much. They've said too much. They were lying. They were deceptive. They were manipulative. So it's like this person has to confront those things. And I think they still might be having a hard time with confronting that, especially because with the Two of Swords, it's like it's no action. It's no communication. It's nothing going on. But this person is literally covering their eyes, so they're refusing to see. You know what I'm trying to say? So it seems as though they might be refusing to confront the fact that this is of their doing. So let's go ahead and move on to the reconciliation deck and see if we have any more messages that we can get for how this person feels about this breakup. We have play more. We have play more. Watching and waiting. Watching and waiting. So it could be that this person wants to come towards you. Like, was that Knight of Wands is like, Wand cards are definitely, they're fun, they're passionate, they're creative. So I definitely think that this person would want to come to you in more of a like a lighthearted energy and whatnot. But it's that lightheartedness that might also get them into trouble sexually, with the lying, the cheating, the deception, you know, just when I see that Page of Wands, not Page of Wands, when I see that Page of Swords and I see that Knight of Wands, it's just kind of like someone who just came into their prime and now they just sharing it with the world. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so yeah. So maybe this person is trying to come towards you with that lighthearted energy, because they are feeling very disappointed. They're feeling abandoned. They're experiencing a loss within this connection. But yeah, watching and waiting. They could definitely be watching you on social media and just kind of waiting to see like what to do, because of course here there's a Two of Swords. So they're probably trying to figure out like, okay, what doors, like, should I open this door? Should I try to go through this door? Like, is this door even available to me? You know what I'm saying? The door being you in the relationship that y'all have had. And then we also have spontaneous. So I do kind of feel like this person, they will want to do that. They will kind of want to be spontaneous, kind of want to pop up out of nowhere. But I don't think I don't know if you would want this person back in your life, considering that there's been a lot of, you know, heartbreak here. There's been, you know, deception here. Now there's no communication. I don't know. I don't know if this person popping up to you would be welcomed, as opposed to them thinking, oh, this is going to be spontaneous. Like, this is going to be fun. Like, I'm just going to pop up. And it's like, for you, it might not come off that way. So I just feel like they're trying to figure out how they can, you know, reconcile with you. And then we have vulnerability concerns. So yeah, this person definitely, you know, because now they regretting what they did, you know, to harm the connection. But I feel like if this person at that point in time could have been a little much more vulnerable, open, and honest with you, I don't think that the relationship would have led to this type of demise, to where now they feel in pain, you know, at the end of the day. It's just like a closed mouths don't get fed type of thing. Or if you want to be withholding with certain things, then you can't be mad when, you know, when you can't be mad when the love of your life wants to go someplace else to someone who is going to be open and honest and generous. You can't be mad. So it's like this person is kind of keeping themselves in this kind of caged up energy. And we see that here with the Eight of Swords. It's like they keeping themselves in a caged up energy, and it's of their own doing, just for them to feel disappointed at the end of the day. It's like, that don't make any sense at all. It's like, why are you disappointed at the end of the day? But that's what you perpetuated. That's what you manifested. Like, so why are you mad now? Like, why are you sad? That's what you manifested. Why are you sad? Like, I'm over here talking to y'all person. Like, if y'all person heard me saying those things, they would get so mad. Like, they would be so mad. So here we have hostilities. So yeah, this person could feel like you're very hostile, or this could be a very hostile situation, because there was heartbreak here. Somebody was crying. Okay, somebody was crying. There was legitimate actual pain here because of something that this person did. So it's just like this person could definitely feel like, you know, you're very hostile, or they could very much be still hostile within themselves, having yet come to see the root of this issue and understanding that it was from them. So I don't even know if you want to talk to this person, or if they came to you being all playful, is like you probably couldn't trust it, because behind all of that, they still mad. But it's like, I don't know why you're mad when you perpetuated this whole thing. Like, I don't know why you're mad. Mind you, it takes two to tango. But at the end of the day, it's like there's not going to be any type of progression and moving forward, any type of stability, if there's still hostility there. This person would literally have to open up their heart, understand the error of their ways, for you to even want to believe anything they saying or trust it. Like, they would literally have to behave differently. They would literally have to do something differently. Like, I don't know. I don't be trying to tell people what to do. The temple path. Yeah, this, like, literally what I said. Like, this person would literally have to go to the root of the issue and not be afraid to look and to see and, like, understand and literally create something different. Like, create a different, like, create, because the narrative that this person has right now is just mad negative, because it's just like, well, I lost. And it's just like, okay, but that was of your own doing. So it's just like they would literally have to take different steps to create something different. And they would literally have to go lay down everything that they've done, everything that they've said, the things that, whatever perpetuated the demise of this relationship, they would literally have to go lay those things down in order to create a new reality. So I feel like this person still didn't let it go. But how you not letting go what you did, you know? And it's just because they haven't yet come to terms with what they did, like, or at least seeing it in a way and changing their life. They haven't yet come to terms. So we also have caring connections. I mean, I definitely can't, even though this person might have been a a-hole, you know, a a-hole, I can definitely say that there was a loving and caring connection between the both of y'all. You know, there really actually was. You can see here this man hugging this woman from the back, okay? And he bought her some roses. So it's like, this could be what this person wants to do. They kind of want to instill this type of connection between the both of y'all. And, you know, maybe even might try to come up and surprise you from behind. But it's just like, can you 100% trust this person? Like, have they yet come to terms with themselves? Because oftentimes people want to be in relationships with other people to distract themselves from the things that are going on within them. And it's just like, no matter what this person says to you to try to reconcile, because it seems like that's what they would want to do. It's like, no matter what they, you know, try to say to you, you know, trying to fix things, it could be that because of how this person treating you, now they're experiencing karma. So it's like they think, well, let me just get right with this person, and, you know, and everything will be back to normal again. But it's like, that's not how it works. It's like, you have to get right with yourself. And they just gotta take the lesson. They gotta take the L. Like, you wasn't right with yourself, and now it damaged a connection that potentially could have been really good for you. So they gotta take that L. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they just gonna have to take that L. But if y'all ever wonder if this person actually cared about you or loved you, it's like, they cared. They did. They cared. They really did. But they don't know how to open their heart. They don't know how to open their heart for real. So we had some cards that came out, but I definitely do think this person, I think that play was a big thing that y'all did together, like, especially sexually. I think that play was something, like, y'all really had a lot of fun with each other. Even if it wasn't just based on sex, I feel like y'all did have fun, because it's a lot of fun cards that are popping up here. But we also have the trust card. This came up. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Y'all, I didn't give you I didn't frame the cards that I'm using, but these are the Love Oracle heart-shaped cards, and I was basically using this for energy from their, well, messages from their higher self to you. So transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Now, they should be listening to their higher self, okay? Because their higher self is giving them advice that they could actually use for themselves, because they haven't yet accepted what led to the end of this connection, which is something that they did. You can't just try to go over what you did and come back into somebody's life and try to make them forget these things, you know, buying somebody flowers so they can forget what you did. And I think that's why this person is stuck. That's why they don't know what action to take towards you, even if they wanted to, is because they haven't yet come to terms with things within themselves. So they're stuck. You're up and they're stuck. Like, but yeah, this is also, of course, messages for you. And I think that, you know, it sucks when relationships really, you know, go down a drain, especially one that you might have, you know, you really love this person. But I even think for y'all, it's important for y'all, like this person's higher self is saying, is just to accept, you know, the current situation. Just accept it. It is what it is. Like, I'm sorry that you experienced this heartbreak and this crying. But we also have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. So, your higher person, their higher person is just letting you know that, you know, within you moving on, if that's something that you decide. Well, I do think this person could have been a soulmate. I really do. That's number one. But because soulmates is like, people think that you only have one soulmate in life, but it's like you have multiple soulmates, and all of your soulmates don't have to be your man or your woman. You know what I'm trying to say? They could be your friends. They could be your animal, your pets, your mother, your father. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, they're in your soul family. So for you specifically, with this being romantic, this is a romantic intimate deck. It's love oracles, like. So for the most part with y'all, I'm funny, y'all. So the most part with y'all is like, just understanding that, like, if you thought that this person was the one and now they kind of messed up, they messed up, you know, so now the universe is sending you the next up. Is like, understand that, you know, you will have more options, and it's okay. Like, your happiness wasn't only gonna lie within this person. You do have the opportunity to meet someone, you know, new, and they will manifest and they will show themselves to you. But that just depends on, you know, what you want to do, because it's all up to you and your free will. If you want to continue to keep dealing with this person or just move on. But their higher self is definitely telling you to trust what's going on, and, you know, you got to move forward. So here we have, this card actually came out, I believe, in pile number 1, 2. It says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. So yeah, their higher self is just saying, like, you just got to accept things as what it is. Like, you got to accept things as what it is. And it's tough and it's difficult, because people really be having feelings invested, but I don't know what else to say, you know. Here we have, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So this person higher self is just, you know, they asking you, I feel like their higher self knows that you still have a chance at love, even if they couldn't, even if, you know, they couldn't help connect with this person. The higher self couldn't connect with this person to help them see things on a bigger picture. I feel like they want to let you know that, like, you know, you still have a chance at love, and it just depends on you being able to let go of your resentment and your emotions, because emotions are definitely high here with this 3 of Swords card. Like, this is a highly emotional card. Like, if they know, like, people be like, the 10 of Cups is emotional. Yeah, but the 3 of Swords is emotional as well. Like, it's a lot in that, you know, that pain is a very strong feeling. So yeah, I mean, you still have a chance, like, and they want you to know that you still have a chance at love. Like, you just can't, don't keep yourself in a place of resentment, or, you know, listen to this reading and just be like, oh, this person's stuck, I need to go help them. You don't need to help anybody accept you and love you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to help anybody do that. They should have the ability to do that. And if they don't, they gotta get sent back to the streets. Because this person already regretting that they was for the streets. They wish they wouldn't have done what they did. Like, but it's not your job to help people, you know, love you. It's not your job to do that. So I'm using the surrender deck, and this deck is basically going to help give us a message that we can meditate on to just help us surrender this connection and move forward. But at the end of the day, it's up to you and your free will within what you want to do. surrender fear. So y'all could potentially be afraid of moving on. But here, surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. So it's not even like y'all being afraid to move on too. I just feel like it's not being afraid to move on from this person. That's not what I'm saying. But afraid to maybe move on and maybe trust somebody else, be vulnerable with somebody else. Y'all could be having concerns with being open as well. Maybe you were open with this person, and they turn around and played you, because they weren't in a place in life to where they could really offer you something substantial. I think it's something that they would have liked to do, but at the end of the day, this person still puts themselves and their wants and needs first. And then at the end of the day, they start feeling some type of way because they wasn't thinking about nobody else but themselves, and they played themselves essentially at the end of the day because they were too busy focusing on them. So as far as with y'all, surrender fear, it's just like understanding that you have to go through the fire, like, and it's just like that in life. There's gonna be circumstances and things that happen, and it's like you have no other option but to go through the fire. And don't be afraid to go through the fire. Don't be afraid to feel the pain that you felt, like, because that pain can be turned into purpose, and it can be very powerful. And so that's why I feel like they even have an eye. They have an eye right here. I think that's an eye, right? Because it's like you can still, like, through the pain, it really will teach you things, especially if you awaken and just become a lot much more aware. Like understanding that this person isn't aware of the pain that they're inflicting until it manifests into disappointment, lack, and loss within their life. You see what I'm saying? But you don't have to do that. You can look at the pain for what it is and not be afraid, and understand that, yeah, it may not be the best right now, but at least you felt that pain and you've seen that pain, and now you can move forward. So just don't allow that pain to keep you stuck. Don't allow what this person did to keep you in a certain place. And just understand that, in order for you to move forward, you're going to have to keep walking, and you might just have to go through the fire. But like the phoenix, you gonna rise. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna rise. Even if you didn't, set yourself on fire, somebody else set you on fire, you're still gonna rise at the end of the day. So I hope that this reading was helpful, y'all. Definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. All right, my pile 3 people. Last but definitely not least. Pile 3 people. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're asking, how do they feel about the breakup? Okay, how do they feel about y'all's breakup? The breakup that happened between you and that person. How do they feel about it? So I think it would be nice to do like a flip side, like how do you feel about it? But I'll get there if I get there. All right, y'all. So make sure that you check out all of the information in the description box if you would like to get a personal or private reading from me, because these are general readings. So they really be like the message gonna hit, but it may not hit all the way. But if you get a personal reading, then it's a lot much more accurate, because I'm just tapping into your energy. But for the most part, yeah, if you would like that, the information is in the description box. If you would like to send any monetary donations or donate any tarot decks or oracle decks for me to use to support the growth of this channel, then you can definitely do that as well. And if you would like to check out my new line of 3D and hand painted gel press on nails, you can check out my Etsy store, and the link is below. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Let's wake up the deck, shuffle up the deck, and get some messages. We're asking, how do they feel about the breakup? Okay. All right, so it's just I'm kind of annoyed with this person and their feelings, but I ain't even get to start yet. But I'm a little annoyed. But I'll tell y'all why I'm annoyed. But let me just go ahead and get started. I'm a little annoyed, just a little bit. So for the most part, how this person feels about the breakup is like this person. They kind of think things are that they kind of think it's like they think things are like a competition. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the type of person that you could be with, and it's just like they could have really been an enemy the whole time trying to compete with you. So I feel like this is the type of person that's just like, oh well, oh we broke up now. Well, okay, well we gonna see what happens to who in life. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's just like to the point to where they're making the rest of your life and your success dependent upon being with them or not is annoying to me. It's just like those people that are like, well, I'm not in their life anymore, so we'll see what happens. And that's annoying. I feel like the best way to be is if we're not in each other's lives for whatever reason, it's like, I hope that you get what it is that you want out of life because I'm about to go get what I want out of life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how it should be. But it seems like this person, the energy that they throwing is very much like, well, this is a competition. You know what I'm saying? And it could also be that this person is like they're just very manipulative. It's like they're just very manipulative. They're very manipulative, and I feel like this person doesn't bring out the absolute best in you, and I think that that's something that they understand is because everything to them is like a competition, like win or lose. It's like tit for tat. It could be like a dog eat dog. You know what I'm trying to say? Like there's not really too much love and goodness within a connection. It's more so based on like, well, it's me versus you. And it's like when you're in a team with someone in a relationship, it's y'all versus the problem, y'all versus the trauma, y'all versus the, I don't know, the pain. It's just y'all versus the problem. Whereas with this person, it's more so like me versus you versus, but the problem don't even, you know what I'm trying to say? The problem is nothing. It's me versus you. And it's like, how would one expect a relationship to thrive within that type of energy? But yeah, this person is annoying to me. It's annoying to me because it's just like, despite all of that energy, it's like they still want to, it's like they have faith towards the connection, but I think it's just towards any type of reconciliation, but I think it's just how they want it, especially with however they would want it to be. Especially with that Eight of Wands card, and then we have the Seven of Swords. It's just like they want to kind of have it. It's like Burger King. They want to have it their way. They want to have things their way, but they still want to instill some type of faith in this connection and things kind of turning around and having wishful thinking. But it's just like they kind of just want to get back into the game, So I think that the relationship could have just been a game to them. And I feel like how they feel about the breakup is just kind of like a pause in the game. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially with this Seven of Pentacles card. It's like, oh, it's just a pause in the game. So there could have been, just a lot of back and forth, a lot of like tit for tat type of energy. There could have been some lying and some deception here, especially with the seven of swords, just someone not being honest. I'm gonna get some clarification. Just someone not being honest. Yeah, maybe someone not being honest about their feelings. So this could be someone who runs game. This could be like a player, and they're thinking like, oh, this is the end of the relationship, but it's just for a pause. This person gonna come back. They gonna come back to me. It's just a pause in the, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's sad to say, but it seems like this person is a sabotager, or they're knowingly deceptive. Like these are the type of seeds that they plant in a connection. They seek to destroy people. It could be that. They have a lot of, like I said, they have a lot of faith that this connection is going to come back. And I feel like this person could be trying to reach out to you. They could be sending you a lot of messages, or trying to telepathically communicate with you. They could really be coming at you, or really be, you know, focused, hyper focused now on getting you back or restarting this connection. But I really just think it's really just a game to them, and they just want you to be the opponent within the game. But understanding that it's like, it's knowingly destructive. Like, this is what they do. They're going to destroy any type of happiness and connection that you think you can have with them. With that they think that you would think that you would have with them. Like, they would be knowingly destroying this thing. Let me get some more clarification. I definitely want to get some clarification on this Queen of Cups card. So it seems like with the Queen of Cups card, and then we have the Three of Cups here, it seems like as messed up as this person is coming off when it comes to this breakup, as messed up as it is, it's like, before, like, if you didn't know that this person was running game, like they saw relationships as a game, it wasn't really something they want to build upon, but things they want to destroy. It's like, this person has like an attachment to you. You know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of twisted when I say this, but it's just like, this person actually, they cared about you. They cared about you. They really did. But I feel like they do it, like, when they get you, it's like they make you feel like you're just the most amazing person in the world. Like, they make you feel like you're it. They make you feel like so great. And they, in order for them to get you wrapped up within this game, this thing that they do, is like, they know that they have to be friendly. They know that they have to give. They know that they have to, you know, the word that keeps coming to mind is copacetic. But they know that they have to keep things cool, or play things cool, or they know that they have to have a good time with you and celebrate with you. Like, they know they have to do these things to even get you into this game that they're playing. And it just causes too much anxiety. Like, it's too much anxiety, especially for you, but I feel like even for this person, because it's just like, am I really losing this person? Did I really lose this person? So I don't know, this person a little twisted. They're a little twisted for real. But I definitely do think that they do experience, you know, even anxiety within this connection. So they could definitely be thinking about this a lot when they're alone. They could be thinking about this a lot at night. They could be staying up, think about you. They could even potentially want to send you messages like late at night. You know what I'm trying to say? At night, that's when they want to start getting their feelings and trying to send you messages and stuff like that. And whatnot. And it's a little twisted, because it's like, they want you around, they want to nurture you, they want to have you in the palm of their hand like this, but then they don't want to treat you right, or they want to do things to actively mess up the connection that y'all could have had. And it's crazy too, because it's like, if this person wasn't a little twisted for real, it's like y'all actually could have a good connection. And I feel like, you know, even with this Three of Cups card here, even though this could be a type of energy or what this person uses to deceive you, to get you back, it's like, if they were just doing it from a actual caring position and not from a manipulative position, if they were doing that and not being manipulative, then y'all actually could have a good connection with each other. Y'all actually could find some type of wish fulfillment in a connection with each other, emotional fulfillment, you know, completion. Like, this is your person. They actually could, but they over here playing too many games. But I want to see like, but that's how they feel about the breakup. They want to get you back, but understand that it's really to continue to sit here and play these games. Like, it's really to sit here and to continue playing these games for real. But I wanted to get something else on that. Oh, that's the Four of Swords. Yo, I'm tripping. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This connection, definitely the Four of Swords will only be telling me that there is no talking, there is no action, there is no nothing, but this person wants to put in some type of action. They want to come towards you. They want to send you messages. They want to contact you. They want to, you know what I'm saying, be around. But it's like, what for if all you're going to do is deceive? Like, you're not making any different choices. You know what I'm saying? But if your person heard me say that, they would be mad. They would be mad. But yeah, last but not least, we have the Wheel of Fortune card. So yeah, they definitely could want things to change. They could, because I mean, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like it's like that. You know, it's like that. For some reason I just heard as the tide turns. As the tide turns, it's like, you know, think what goes up must come down. You know what I'm trying to say? If you're having a great time, understand that there could be some, you know, some bad times, or if things are bad, understand it's going to change. So this person definitely wishes that, you know, the situation could definitely change between the both of y'all, and whatnot. But like I said, it's no communication now. They would like to send you messages, but why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why would you want to do that if all you're gonna do is manifest and think of ways to sabotage the connection? So now there's so much anxiety and stuff here. So it just seems like, I don't know, I want to say things should stay how they are. Things should stay how they are, but definitely look forward to hearing something from this person. They're gonna be throwing a lot of energy. They're gonna be very hyper focused on you. Because of how they see you. And they don't just see you as someone who's lowly. They don't just see you as someone who's lowly. They see you highly. But I just don't think that they know how to take care of you, or to take care of someone, or to take care of a good thing. I don't think this person really knows how to do that. They just don't. And last but not least, we have the Hierophant here. So I feel like in a perfect world, this person would definitely want to make some type of commitment to you, like, instead of just doing this. But I just think that this person may not have the skills or the ability to actually, you know, have the type of connection that I think they're robbing themselves from actually being able to have. So it could be that this person actually does want to be able to, you know, marry you or have some type of commitment, or even be able to see the bigger picture, and whatnot. So maybe that's something that they'll be working on, is being able to see the bigger picture, so they come out of that tit for tat game playing type of energy to see the bigger picture, to understand that, like, if you're playing these games and you're destroying relationships, what is it doing at the end of the day but give you anxiety? You know what I'm trying to say? Is give you anxiety and you don't even get what you want. But as sick and twisted as it sounds like, it's like, oh, this person, no, they care about you. They really do. They really, really do. And they really see you highly. But it's something within their character that is forcing them to treat you lowly. You know what I'm trying to say? They treat you lowly. They probably think like everything is a game, or everybody is out to get them. So they got to strike first. Because if you don't, like, people are going to be out to get you. But it seemed like that mindset is causing them a lot of anxiety, and especially within their heart space. So for them, we have unable to give. Yeah, closed. Like, this person this person can't really give you much. It's like they want to come towards you, talking all that stuff, trying to get your attention and energy. But it's like, understand, like, this person, they don't really have much to give you at this point in time, because think about their mindset. They're tit for tat. They want you. They want to grab you just like this, have you there, but then turn around and destroy the connection. It's like, what is the point of even having me here? Like, why did you summon me? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Why did you summon me just to be playing this dumb stuff? Like, healing in progress. Healing in progress. So, I mean, this connection needs to heal anyway. It needs to heal anyway and move forward. But this person definitely could be very emotionally unavailable at this time, because regardless if they like it or not, they're going through the process of healing, especially because they're experiencing this anxiety. So at a certain point in time, their mind is going to have to think, and understand, like, how did I get here? And maybe it's up to them. They'll really, start to see the bigger picture, especially with the Hierophant card, and try to understand things differently. And especially during this time of no contact, and whatnot. But like I said, it seems like this person really going to be reaching out and saying mad stuff to you. Well, a lot of stuff to you, but right now it just seems like it's no contact, no communication, no action. There's nothing going on. So we have separation needed. Yeah, like this connection needed to be cut off and whatnot. It needed to be, but even more so for how this person feels. I think that, they understand that too, like that this separation is needed. But I think they're used to people leaving them, because I think that's why they're kind of fine with it and they're kind of just sitting there. But I think that with the no contact and no communication, it's like this separation might be going longer than they anticipated for it to be. So it's like now they feel like they have to step up and do something. But I don't think that this person is yet ready to give you what you deserve. I think it just would be a little bit much more deception, to really mess up the connection and to cause even more anxiety. But yeah, I just don't think that this person is ready. I don't think that they are at the place and where they can actually manifest something positive with you and actually sow seeds of positivity to help the connection. I feel like this person just kind of throws a lot of toxicity and drama into the loop just to see how it plays out. And like I said, I'm annoyed because I don't really like that type of energy. I don't really like that. Like, things are okay and you just want to throw drama in here for what? Like, why are you throwing drama in this connection for what? Just so you can have somebody playing your game with you, and it's like, you can play by yourself. That's how I be feeling. Play by yourself. Like, social media connection we have here. So it could be that this person, I mean, if you didn't block this person, y'all could definitely still be following each other, or they could have access to you, or not necessarily following each other, but it's like they could still have access to you, or they could still be following you, and whatnot. Right? Same thing, right? But for the most part, it's like that's the only way that they can connect with you is through social media, by watching you if you have not blocked them. But even then, it doesn't matter because people will go create fake profiles and still be watching. So this is probably the only way they could feel like they're connected to you, which is through social media. And this is probably where they're also going to be sending you those messages and stuff like that, and trying to reach out to you is going to be via social media. So let's move on to the energy oracles. This is the present energy. So just getting even more messages from this person, as far as how they feel about this connection. We have financial constraints. So, I mean, this person could definitely be experiencing some type of karma and it's coming through their finances. Or they could definitely have just been in that player energy so much that that's kind of what drained their income. But there definitely is some type of constraints that have to do with their stability. So they could just be taking the time to focus on that. But like I said, I feel like this person would definitely be reaching out to you. And then we also have the hostilities card came out again. This card came out in pile number 2. So this person definitely, they need time to, figure out. They probably think you would be hostile towards them. But how I read this was them more so being hostile towards you, and failing to really, understand that it is of their doing. So this person a little reckless, because it's like they holding up their sword to attack, but they don't even have their helmet on. So it's just like this person is not in the right frame of mind. Okay, they not in the right frame of mind anyway. And it's probably because they dealing with all of these financial issues over here that have to do with their stability. But this person is definitely just not in the right state of mind. They're not. They lost their head already. They're not thinking correctly. So they're definitely still mad. They probably still mad that they weren't able to continue to keep doing what they were doing, and whatnot. But if you want to sabotage the connection, then what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And here we have yin yang. So this person, like I said, if they wasn't playing all of these games, y'all actually could have had a genuine, caring connection with friendship, with love, with, just being satisfied with each other emotionally. Y'all literally could have had that. Because we have yin and yang. So y'all actually probably really complimented each other very well. But they want to go sabotage the connection, which makes no sense. So y'all really probably complimented each other, and that's probably how they feel. Like, we actually compliment each other really well, but they over here still in their feelings and are mad. And then on top of that, experiencing financial issues, or they could have experienced, there could have been some financial issues that they experienced through this connection. Especially for some of y'all, if y'all have kids and stuff like that, it's like it might still be some type of hard feelings here. You know what I'm saying? Or anything that connects the both of you, there could still be some type of, this person could be experiencing some type of hard feelings. It doesn't just have to be kids. Because I didn't really see any, cards here that signify like kids or pregnancy. It just seems like it's more so of like a maternal caring. So y'all could have cared for each other in a maternal way. Or this person, even though they was playing games, like they could have really made you feel like they really cared about you and treated you as such. So they could have been very maternal in nature. But even if y'all didn't have kids, it's kind of giving like Cancer energy. Y'all know how Cancers are. Cancers are very like maternal. Like they really will take care of you. So I'm using the Love Oracles deck, and this deck is just going to be messages from their higher self to you. See what messages they wanna give pile 3. All right. So we have, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So this is what their higher self want to tell you. And mind you, their higher self is more of their true self. Their higher self isn't this person that's down here playing these games. Okay, that's not what their higher self is. Their higher self is more their true self. Okay, so for y'all might think, damn, I wish I would have been with their higher self. Like their higher self over here talking that talk, but why is it that your 3D self is over here doing some other stuff? Like, okay, but this is what their higher self want to tell you, is like they understand that y'all physically separated, but spiritually y'all are united. So I mean, even if you can't be with this person, even if you're upset with them, like Adele, y'all could have had it all. Y'all could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. But things just work out how they work out. Then we also have balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So, if anything, I feel like this is advice to their 3D self from their higher self. You feel me? But this is what they want to tell you as well. So, if the relationship was challenged between the both of y'all, I'm assuming that, this person, their higher self, wishes that it could have been a lot much more supportive, but it seemed like this relationship was just challenged by that person's doing. Then we also have surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So this is a message directly for you. It is time for you to, surrender, some aspect of this connection. And it's funny because for y'all, actually, y'all got the surrender card. My next card that I was gonna pull to even close this reading is from the surrender deck, which is gonna help you to pinpoint something that you can meditate on, that you can actually surrender, so that something new can come in. So I like how that was a nice transition right there, Spirit. It was amazing. It was amazing. Let's get a good card, something that pile 3 can meditate on, so that they can keep moving. And mind y'all, it's based on y'all free will. You can take my advice or you can leave it. This card wants to come out. Surrender the drama. Surrender the drama. So for some of y'all, like I said, y'all could have some issues with letting go. And it seemed like there was a lot of drama because this person initiated these things. But here it says surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. So when this person comes to you with all of this communication and talk, my advice to you is just keep it cool and stay balanced, and, you know, just make up your mind as of right now as to what you want to do, so that when this person comes out of nowhere and is contacting you potentially on social media in the middle of the night, that you know, have a game plan and you know exactly what you're going to do. You kind of don't want to leave things up to chance. And when you leave things up to chance, it's a potential, there's a potential chance that it could be very dramatic. So I would just say, just make up your mind right now that you're not going to aid in the drama with this person. You know, I'm trying to say that you're not going to go back and forth with this person. And that you're just going to state your piece and move forward, because this person is unable to give you what you would want them to give you at this point in time. Now it's time for healing, and healing has to be done through this separation. So that's it, y'all. I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading. Definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.